Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Another twist in the Eddie Nketiah story as Arsenal insists significant demand is met. As the 24-25 Premier League season comes into view, Arsenal are still no closer to moving on Eddie Nketiah. The 25-year-old is known to have agreed personal terms with French footballing giants Marseille, but as of this moment, the Gunners have steadfastly refused to sell. It's a game of brinkmanship that could come back to bite Mikel Arteta and Edu Gasper should Marseille decide to back out of the deal. According to The Athletic, the North Londoners have made a specific demand, which, if met, will finally see Nketiah swap the English top flight for League One. The Gunners will allow their player to move on loan as long as Marseille commit to paying a fee of €30 million upon completion of the loan deal. That's significantly more than the €20 million that the French club have already offered for Nketiah and puts the ball firmly back in Roberto De Zerbi's court. Just how badly does Marseille's Italian manager want the player? Alternatively, De Zerbi can sit tight and take things right to the wire, of course. There doesn't appear to be much appetite for Nketiah from elsewhere, so if we are going into the final hours of the window and there is still no likelihood of an agreement, will Arsenal decide to come closer to Marseille's valuation? It's a real cat and mouse situation at the moment, with the player stuck right in the middle. Clearly, Nketiah sees his future away from the Emirates Stadium, though he may be forced to sit through another few barren months in North London if both clubs can't find an acceptable middle ground. Wolves is still plotting a late move for Arsenal star. Wolves is one of the clubs linked with a move for Aaron Ramsdale in this transfer window. The goalkeeper is unhappy with being the second choice at Arsenal, but he has remained patient about his future at the Emirates so far. He is waiting for offers and would only leave Arsenal if he can be the first choice at his next club. The Gunners want him to stay, and Mikel Arteta is pleased to have two very good goalkeepers competing for the number one spot at the Emirates. However, Ramsdale is keeping his options open and could still leave before the transfer window closes. The goalkeeper is likely to stay if a suitable offer does not materialize, but a reporter from Football Insider claims that Wolves are plotting a late move for him. Wolves consider Ramsdale to be one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, and with uncertainty surrounding the future of Jose Sa, they might move for Ramsdale if they sell Sa before the transfer window closes. Ramsdale has been a good servant for us, and it will be good to keep him in our squad. However, we should sell him if an offer arrives and he wants to change clubs. Inter Milan make contact with Arsenal over potential defender transfer. Inter Milan is interested in adding Jakub Kiwior to their squad in this transfer window and has contacted Arsenal about signing the Polish star. Several top Italian clubs have shown interest in Kiwior over the past few seasons, but Arsenal managed to sign him last year. Kiwior has emerged as a top talent for Arsenal, particularly following his performances in the second half of last season. Despite having him and Gabriel Magalhaes, Arsenal further strengthened their squad by bringing in Riccardo Calafiori during this transfer window. The Italian defender is a talented left-footer who could potentially break into Arsenal's first team. This could push Kiwior further down the pecking order, making him a target for Serie A teams interested in signing the former Spezia player. According to a report in The Sun, Inter Milan is the latest club to show serious interest in him. As the defending champions of Italy with arguably the best squad in the league, Kiwior might be tempted by the move. However, Arsenal is aiming for a strong squad with depth and quality, and they could block this transfer to the Serie A side. Kiwior did well in the squad half of last season, and we need to keep him for at least one more campaign to ensure that he deserves to be sold. Brighton prepares to steal a march on Arsenal for Turkish star. Brighton could potentially beat Arsenal to sign Ferdi Kadioglu as the Gunners delay making a strong push for him. Arsenal has been monitoring the Turkish defender for several months and has been linked with a move for him since the start of the year. Kadioglu further enhanced his reputation with his performances at Euro 2024, but Arsenal has yet to secure his signing. Recent reports indicate that Arsenal has made an offer of 20 million euros to Fenerbahce for Kadioglu, but this amount seems insufficient. Fenerbahce is reportedly seeking closer to 35 million euros, which has opened the door for other clubs, including Brighton, to pursue the player. Journalist Florian Plattenberg has revealed on X that Brighton is making progress in negotiations to sign Kadioglu with his current club, aiming for around 35 million euros from his departure. While Kadioglu may naturally prefer to join a bigger club like Arsenal, he could be swayed by Brighton's persistence and decide not to wait for Arsenal's next move. Kadioglu is one of the best players we have consistently been linked with a move for in 2024, but we seem to have more than enough cover in the positions that he can play, and that is probably why we are not pushing to sign him. Report claims 28-year-old Arsenal target's absence from friendly match squad hints at imminent exit. Arsenal target Mikel Merino's exclusion from Real Sociedad's friendly match squad suggests his departure could be imminent. Real Sociedad are gearing up for their final friendly fixture before the start of the new season. They have traveled to Germany to square up against Union Berlin at the Stadion Alten Forestieri. While everything seems to be going well, the absence of Mikel Merino from the Spanish club's squad hasn't gone unnoticed, and it has resulted in a lot of talk about his future. According to a report from Noticias, Arsenal target Merino's absence from the friendly match squad hints at an imminent departure. Mikel Arteta is pushing hard to further strengthen his team, and they have been working on a deal to sign the Spanish international for some time now. The 28-year-old has gone from strength to strength since joining Sociedad back in 2018. He has established himself as a mainstay at the Spanish club and was on fire last season. The central midfielder finished with 8 goals and 5 assists in his 45 outings during the 23-24 campaign. While he has been an integral part of their first team over the years, Merino's future has been uncertain, with his contract running out in 12 months. Sociedad want to extend his stay, but the player is keen on a move away. While there was interest in his services from Atletico Madrid, he turned down the opportunity to play for Diego Simeone's team, and Arsenal have been the front runners ever since. Arteta wants someone who can form a dependable partnership with Declan Rice, and Merino surely fits the bill. With Alex Ramiro, Mikel Oyarzabal and Martin Zubimendi, all three of Real Sociedad's European champions, included in the squad for the friendly. The absence of Mikel Merino, the fourth European champion, strongly suggests that he will leave the club before the end of the transfer window. Arsenal can now sign high-profile striker for just £30 million. Brentford is making a strong effort to offload Arsenal target Ivan Toney this summer to avoid losing him as a free agent at the end of the campaign. The striker has been on the radar of several top clubs, but his long ban last year hindered his chances of securing a move. The Bees are still committed to selling him and have made various concessions to facilitate the transfer. Initially, they hoped to secure around £100 million from his sale a year ago, but his poor form in the second half of last season deterred potential buyers. As a result, Brentford has been gradually lowering their asking price, and a report from the Times now claims they are willing to sell him for just £30 million. This reduced fee is among the lowest for any top striker, which could prompt Arsenal to seriously consider purchasing him. Mikel Arteta's side has other targets in mind, but after missing out on Benjamin Sesko, they might view Tony as an attractive option, especially if Eddie Nketiah departs. Tony offers us something different and more direct, but Mikel Arteta seems to have turned towards a different profile in recent weeks. Otherwise, the new asking price is fair. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.